Oh, am I live? I got a thumbs up. No people. It's a phantom. A phantom thumbs up. Ian Cool Guy says I'm the first one, and he's correct. I think he is. Hello, everyone. Hang on there. Bart Plays says, "What's my favorite '80s movie?" Trying to think what constitutes an '80s movie. Scarlett, get down from there. I'm thinking Gremlins. Gremlins comes to mind. Scarlett, if you can't behave, you're gonna get kicked out. You're gonna get kicked out if you can't behave. Yes, Ryan, had a fun time with Stefan Adika last night on his live stream. Have I ever been to a haunted doll museum? I've been to a museum with haunted dolls. I don't know if there's any museum. Did you guys just see that? She stole that voodoo doll. Scarlett. Oh. Naughty cat stealing my voodoo doll. Let me see if I can. She does this if I'm live streaming. She just does everything possible to get my attention. So I may have to let her out. Hey, Scarlett, you get out of here. Come on. You too, Charlie. Come on. Come on, baby. Is that baby Jesus? Yeah. Got baby Jesus right there. Have I been to the Pinball Museum in Las Vegas? No, I have not. Really wanting to get out to Las Vegas, but I'm waiting for Meow Wolf to open up. Meow Wolf Omega Mart. Fear and bagging in Las Vegas. No, I'm not gonna be like. It's not gonna be like a Hunter S. Thompson type situation. I won't be using drugs of any sort. I may be using. I don't know. I probably won't be using Advil. I don't have any reason, unless I get a headache or something. Scott asks, all you need to do is come to my town and visit the Devilish Little Things. I think the Devilish Little Things Museum isn't that in Canada? I don't know. I don't know when the soonest. I don't know. I don't think I can travel to Canada. I really don't know. I haven't really explored the rules of international travel. I don't really know what the rules of international travel is at this point. Vancouver, Washington? Wait a minute. Pause. Everyone. Isn't Vancouver in Canada? Have I been wrong? Have I been thinking all these years that Vancouver was in Canada? Someone. Ryan says Vancouver's in Canada. Vancouver, Washington. Is Vancouver, Washington? Is it the same? Is there two different cities? Okay, it's separate. Vancouver, British Columbia. Okay, so if it's in Vancouver, Washington, that's confusing. To have two cities with the same name in different countries that are so close to each other. I don't know. You always get kind of a kick out of when like they have cities of the same name, but like one is more famous, like Miami, Oklahoma. Okay. Ryan says, "Do you know about the 204 theme park in Salem, Oregon?" Yeah, I know they had a GoFundMe. I thought they had raised a fairly good for a portion of money for the Enchanted Forest. So they like I think it's 500,000 that they're trying to raise. I think they've raised a quarter million. Definitely want to make it out there. I hope. I would be really bummed if it closed before I ever got a chance to visit there. Last time I visited that part of the country, um, it was closed. It was closed for the season. Did I watch SNL? I don't really watch. I haven't watched SNL in decades. I mean, occasionally I think I'll watch something on YouTube, like something like a sketch on YouTube or something. But like the last time I like sat down and watched an episode of Saturday Night Live was probably in the 90s. Matt Blouch's Carpetbagger. What are your other hobbies? I mean, you're seeing it. It's not like I have secret hobbies that I sneak off to do. It's Toy Addict says they're up to 329,000. Well, that's awesome. I mean, it looks like they're continuing to add money, so that's good. Lindsay Marie says Carpetbagger never responds. Frown. Do I enjoy reading? I don't read it anymore. I know how. I didn't forget. I used to read books. Once upon a time, I used to read books. I can't remember the last book I read. It's been a very long time. It's been a very, very, very long time since I read a book. Not proud of that. I used to love reading books, but I don't know. Ryan Nodal says, "How impressed are you with Kiss collection that Stefan's friend Oive has?" Honestly, I don't really know anything about Kiss. Don't tell them, but I don't know nothing about Kiss. I mean, I recognized. She come. Lizzie Murray says she should come to Screamfest sometimes. The wicked version of Bates Motel and Friday the 13th. What's Screamfest and where is it? Joshua Greenslade says, Carpetbagger, would you stay at night alone in Trans World with the lights off? Yeah, sure. Johnny 85 says, seeing your drive-by trucker shirt, are you a bluegrass band? All? Yes, I do like bluegrass music. You go to the Fright Ride of Las Vegas. Well, it's probably I saw they were doing something unique, but I mean I don't know if it's probably a seasonal attraction. It's in Edmonton, so it's in Canada. I don't know when I'll be allowed to. When will I be allowed back in Canada? I mean, just as an American. Are Americans allowed in Canada right now, or is it like closed borders all around? Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Allowed to travel to Mexico. By the byways, is I'm planning going on a solo road trip next year, and my family's freaking out. Is there ever times in your solo adventures that you felt vulnerable and unsafe? Not really. Not too bad. I mean, you just use common sense. Just go to world's largest McDonald's. Where is that? Is that like right by Disney World? Sergeant Spork, thank you for the super chat. Do you see any military sites in your travel? I'm not that big in honestly, I'm not that big into military history. I like, as far as like historical stuff, and I'll do some general history, but I like to lean towards more like quirky, like offbeat history, and military history tends to be a little dry. Fabian Cornejo says, are you a Republican or Democrat? Donald Trump versus Biden. Let me just let's do an experiment here. If you all humor me, I want, and you don't have to participate if you don't want to, but just out of curiosity, do you think do you think that I am a Republican or a Democrat? Just say, and I won't. I'm just curious what your perception of me is. Okay, everybody's guessing Democrat. A couple independents. Someone said a Democrat because I wear a mask. I don't know if is that a real thing? I know because I've seen people wearing masks that say Trump on it. Okay, I got one person says Republican, Libertarian, Republican. Okay, Republican. We got a few Republicans in there. I'm not gonna say one way or the other because here's the thing. Like, I can tell you, I can tell you who I voted for, but what does it matter? Frank Holt said, "How's the drone? Drone is doing good. The one problem I have with the drone is the batteries lose power if they're not charged recently. So if I'm gonna use the drone, I kind of have to know ahead of time and make sure the batteries are charged. Because if they just sit around and see, Kelsey Saraja says, "I wouldn't be watching if I thought you were Republican." And here lies the problem. We live in a country that is very, very divided right now. I feel like everybody is, one side or the other. Nobody is in the middle. Everyone is super uh, partisan. And, there's people that if I said who I voted for, if I said what my political party was, stop watching for some reason. Um, and that's one of the reasons I don't make that part of this channel. If I just started like making this channel political, like I would be it would make some people that didn't agree with me uh stop watching the channel. Now I don't think that's right necessarily. I don't think people should stop. I mean, I don't see what my political affiliation has to do with my videos, because I feel like my videos are, you know, videos that people on all sides of the political spectrum can enjoy. The one thing I'll say, I'm not gonna tell you who I voted for or anything like that, but I don't like how divided the country is. I don't like that everybody feels like you have to be all in or all out of one party. I feel like an intelligent human being who pays attention should very likely have opinions that go on either side. I mean, you know, think for yourself. Think, make your own decisions. You don't have to agree with everything on one side because you think that you're supposed to. So, sermon over. Everyone is welcome here. Did I go off on a little bit of a tangent there? I'm sorry. Dan on Planet Earth says, as an English guy, it's sad to see the United States so divided. It is, the United States is very divided. Pete Tamio says, what's your favorite Muppet? Does Audrey 2 count? Cosplay Boy says, what is Dollywood about? What is the theme of Dollywood? It is a theme park themed after mountain heritage, I think. I've been there plenty of times. Yeah, I have friends. I have friends that are both Republicans and Democrats. Generally, if there's friends I have and there's something that we don't agree on, there's something important politically that we don't agree on, we just won't talk about it. Happy Rogue, thank you for the super chat. Says, will you be visiting any more psychiatric museums anytime soon? I really enjoy learning about the history and how far we've come. Yeah, probably the best one. Psychiatric museums, the gold standard is the Glore Psychiatric Museum in Missouri. I don't know. Oh, yeah. The only other one that comes to mind is the what do they call it? The Psychiatry Industry of Death Museum. It's run by the Scientologists out in California. It's a little skewed. Toy Addicts. There's one at Oregon State Hospital where they filmed One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie. I'm trying to see. Is this chair? You ever like office chairs have like one lever, and you still can't figure out how to get them to work. I'm trying to get it to stop rocking. No matter what I do. Oh, there we go. It stopped rocking. I've been to Mad World. It's in Greenville, South Carolina. That's a haunted attraction, I believe. I know some haunted attractions are staying open because tomorrow is Friday the 13th. Mr. Geek Me Out says, do people recognize you on the street? Depends where I am. If I'm in like amusement parks or if I'm in Gatlinburg, then some people know who I am. You know, generally like places that if I'm in places like that are places you see in my videos. Clay does VR. Have I ever been to Indiana? I lived, the majority of the first 18 years of my life in Indiana. So yes. Do I still play Pokemon Go? Sometimes. I kind of got out of the habit. I didn't play a lot in October because I was on the road so much. But I've been trying to get out and walk some more. Sean's email says, Cameo, you can make $5,000 a day. Yeah, if you're someone that people care enough about. I would kind of feel like a dork putting myself on Cameo. I'm not at that level. Sarah Lean Blue 92. Thank you for the super chat. You got me through some tough times, sir. Love watching someone travel the paths I can't take myself. Much thanks. Well, thank you so much. It does mean a lot to me. I know a lot of people can't travel. A lot of people don't have the opportunities to travel that I have. So it means a lot. I can help people see the world that may not otherwise get a chance to see the world. I get tickets to drive through the Stranger Things attraction in Los Angeles. No, man, I want to go back to Southern California. I want to go back to California. But they're locking things. They're moving back. Train of thought. Someone tried to call. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah. Oh, I was talking about California. Yeah, they Santa Cruz Boardwalk opened up a week ago. It was the first amusement park to reopen in California, and then a week later they had closed down because the state went to a different phase because I guess like in California the phases move automatically. I don't know if that's the whole state. It's so confusing. But I guess the phases move they're fluid. They automatically move depending on the rate of transmission. Leah Havlina, thank you for the super chat. Says, what's your trick to traveling, not growing broke, spending money on food and hotels? Thanks you for the great videos. I just try. It costs a lot of money to travel. Let's be honest. I spend a lot of money on gas, a lot of money on hotels, a lot of money on food. I just try to be smart. I try to stay in hotels that are reasonably priced. I don't get a disease, so I try to stay in hotels that are clean. And it's expensive. Eating out is expensive, but there's not a lot of other options on the road. Fat Hog Fishing, thank you for the super chat. Most down to earth, much appreciated. Thank you. Well, thank you. Now. I see some people bad mouthing California. I love California. I don't know. I understand. I understand them wanting to keep people safe. It's hard. I don't have the answers. I'm glad I'm not a politician. I'm glad I'm not in government because these are hard decisions. When you shut places down, you put people out of work. That sucks. If you open things up, you risk infection. That sucks. I'm not going to get too much into it because I'm not here to argue about anything. I feel like what I've seen, the best, I think the best thing to combat the spread is the use of masks. I think the science is in. I think it's shown to work. I think it's shown, as they've gathered more information about masks, I think they've proven to be more effective than they even thought they were originally. John, first known. How are you doing, buddy? John, me and you, we need to do something. It has been too freaking long since we've gotten together and filmed something. When's the last time me and John got together and filmed something? It feels like it's been forever. It's been like a year. Josh Davis, thank you for the super chats. What's up, buddy? Love your videos. Thank you. We need to hang out, John. We need to catch up. It's been too long. Have I watched House of 1,000 Corpses? Yes. It was when Morty and Beard were in town. When was that? That was before Morty got married in February, and it was before that. So dang. It's been a long time. Dayton Chase, what's your favorite gas station to stop at? I'm going to say Stuckey's. August 2019? It has been... Oh my gosh, John. It's been too freaking long. The stupid pandemic has kept us apart. Fat Hog Fishing, thank you for the super chat. Can you shout out my girlfriend, Kristen Martinson? Yes, Kristen Martinson. Hope you're doing good. Josh Davis, how's the family doing? Thank you for the super chat. Family's doing well. Where's Stuckey's? Stuckey's is technically it's confusing because Stuckey's technically isn't a brand of gas station. It is a brand of gas station treats and toys. Did you know that Bucky's, the famous gas station, was um, actually started by a former Stuckey's franchisee, and that's probably why Bucky's sounds like Stuckey's. Tyler Bordelin says, "Thank you for helping me calm a stressful day of teaching. Being a high school teacher during 2020 has been very difficult. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine the stress of being a teacher during this. That is amazing." Melissa Winstead, thank you so much. That's very generous. I really, really appreciate it. Someone asked about the Mutter Museum. I have been to the Mutter Museum, but they do not. They do not allow filming. And you know what? They probably shouldn't allow filming because it is graphic. Green Dust. Have you seen the Cabazon dinosaurs? Yes. Been there at least twice. At least twice. Stopped by the Cabazon. Cabazon. I think that's the right way to pronounce it. Dinosaurs. Ari Lumpy have you ever seen the Swank McDonald's across the street from Biltmore? Oh yeah, I've been there a while. I've been in there before. They have like a piano and a fireplace. I don't know if it's still swanky or not. Rob G, thank you for the super chat and the little black cat. Ryan says Jordan Line said on his live stream he's moving away from California. Where's he moving? Nolan says, "Do you miss working for CPS?" Let me think about that. One time, I was at a paper out when I was a little kid, and I was doing my paper out, and this dog came out of nowhere, and it bit onto my shoelaces, and it was like ah, and I tried to pull my shoe away, and I pulled my shoe out of its mouth, and it bit the back of my leg, and it ripped through the jeans on my pants and into the back of my leg. I still have a scar on the back of my leg from where the dog tore into my flesh with its teeth. And I miss that dog more than I miss working for CPS. Bob8888, thank you for the super chat. Says, thank you for the great content during the unpleasantness. Yes, 2020. There's been a lot of unpleasantness in 2020, and we're combating that. We're trying to keep my little corner of YouTube entertained. No one says thank you for your service at CPS. No, I honestly, I'm very proud of the work I did for CPS. I worked at CPS 10 years, but almost to the day, 10 years. And yeah, never again. I would rather, I'd rather be a street hustler than work in CPS ever again. I think, you know, if this YouTube channel ever tanks and I can't do this for a living anymore, I think what I'm going to do is be one of those pretend rappers that sells blank CDs out in front of the Chinese theater in Hollywood. Was the paper real? Yeah, the story was real. The story about the dog was 100% real. Oh, what would my rap name be? I don't know. Smoky Mountain Hiker says, hello, saw you at Dollywood last Saturday, did not want to bother you filming. It's always okay to say hi. I mean, if I'm filming something, don't like stick your face in front of the camera and be like, "Brrr!" But like, just, you know, wait till I'm done filming and then come up and say hi. Here's my t-shirt. Oh, you like my t-shirt? What t-shirt am I wearing tonight? It says, sorry, I'm reading it backwards. I saw the world's famous creature in the ice. Boogity boogity boo. Yellow Submarine says, where does Back to the Future movies rate as your favorite movies? I'd say it goes unranked. I know a lot of people be outraged. It's a good movie. It's a great movie. But, I wouldn't list it amongst, my personal favorites. Have I tried acting? Never. Not a good actor. Ryan Noodles, what do you think of producer Ed Stacy? That's super cool. Super cool to meet him, with the work that he's done. Lucky Lucy Tokyo Teddy, thank you for the super chat. Says, I have autism. I don't spell well, but thank you for going to loud places. Hard for me to go and see stuff without leaving. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's very cool when I can help people see things that they wouldn't get to see otherwise. Benji Lando says, good video be at the Kellogg's factory. See how make the cereal and meet all the characters. I didn't know they did tours. Josh Davis, thank you for the super chat. Did you hear about Kennywood? They're getting rid of some of the rides. Well, thank you for the super chat. I did hear that. The one that was surprising was, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're getting rid of the kangaroo ride, which is, I think, the only one in existence. So certainly wish they wouldn't do that. When you have a classic ride that's one of a kind, it really stinks to lose that. Kellogg's is a fake factory tour like Hershey's. They're all fake now. There's no such thing as a real factory tour. Is there? Okay, there's a few real factory tours. There's Tabasco is real. Gosh, I know there's another one. Ben and Jerry's is real, I think. Yeah. Oh, what was the teddy bear tour? The teddy bear factory tour I went on. That was real. Dennis Ball says Hershey's like a Wonka. It's a dark ride with singing cows. Herd's potato chip tour is real. That's real. Oh, Louisville Slugger Factory is real. So there's some real tours still out there. Yeah, I heard about Alex Trebek passing away. Really sad. I remember my grandma used to. I remember my grandma watching Jeopardy at home. She loved Jeopardy, and she was so good at it. My grandma like would always like shout out the answers before the for the contestants. Vermont teddy bears. Thank you, Dennis Reader. That's correct. Tillamook Cheese Factory. Okay. Yeah. Apparently, Alex Trebek filmed an episode of Jeopardy 10 days before he died from cancer. So, I mean, gosh, I mean that says something about you know who you are and that you love doing what you do. No, Jeopardy is hard. Those people are really smart. Yeah, I heard that they're gonna he's still gonna be on new episodes of Jeopardy up until yeah, Christmas. Yeah, Alex Trebek. I mean, he's been hosting Jeopardy since God, I forgot it's got to be the '80s, right? And he's like he's always looked the same. 1984, and he's like always looked the same. I think he shaved. I think he changed his mustache. He's hosted since 1984, so he's been hosting that show since I was 4 years old. That's crazy. Mystic says, "What do you do now that we're in lockdown?" Well, I'm not sure where you are. I'm not in lockdown. North Carolina is not in lockdown. Nick Werner says, "So can haunted houses appear anytime? Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Christmas, and summertime?" I mean, there's no rules. You can run a haunted house every day of the week, every day of the year if you want. But generally they run on Halloween and in recent years, Christmas and Valentine's Day. They've been reopening. Josh Davis, thank you for the super chat. Says Kennywood Kangaroo built in 1961. Gosh, yeah, you hate to see that. You hate to see it. And what are they going to do with it? I mean, I don't know. I really wish they'd have left that alone because it's a really unique classic ride. Lucy Tokyo Teddy, thank you for the super chat. Denise Bolias' Christmas Haunt Center on Krampus. Yeah, generally, for the most part, a lot of the Christmas haunt attractions do focus on Krampus. Krampus. I think I say it wrong. I say Krampus, but I think Krampus is the. But I say a lot of things wrong, so you guys are used to that. They want to send it to a different market. Okay, I mean, I think that's cool. If it's as long as if they're gonna like make an effort to keep it available, available to the public, then that's I think that's all cool. Cheryl Slavinsky says, if you see Will Russell again, tell him we have his diploma from University of L. Well, why do you have Will Russell's college diploma? Ryan Nodal says, if you wish you could film Jack Daniel's distillery, you could film most of it except one part. What part can't you film? Smoky Mountain Hiker says, I think they're getting rid of the rides that are costing the most on maintenance. Yes. Apparently, Six Flags is doing something similar. I think they asked every one of their parks to close down one ride. Lucy Tokyo Teddy says, can I hear any cool stories from your adventures in Georgia? I am from there. Oh, Georgia. I love Georgia. It's just down there. I did the Georgia Aquarium when I was there, which is really cool. What else? What else did I film in Georgia? There's a lot of cool stuff, Georgia. Ryan O'Donnell says they don't allow you to film the bottling portion. That's interesting. Wonder why that is. Yes, I have been to I have been to the World of Coke. Joshua Greenside says so that Krampus is German folklore. Yes, which I should know because my grandmother is 100% German. The one I was talking about earlier that was good. It's good at Jeopardy. She 100% German. Morty and or Beard. Hope you're doing good, buddy. What about the CBC? You mean the CDC museum? Oh, I've not been to the CDC museum. I think you have to. They do private appointments, so I don't know. I've not been really doing a lot of like appointment stuff because of the COVID. I just figured that probably appointments aren't running. Joshua Greenslade says Six Flags is a dangerous park. How so? I wouldn't. I don't know if I consider Six Flags dangerous. I'm trying to think if there's something. Well, there was that haunt. They did have one of the Six Flags. I think the one in New Jersey had a they had a really bad fire in a haunted house where people were burned alive, and that was bad. SG says you also check. Yes, my father's mother is 100% German, but my father's father is of Czech descent, and my last name is a Czech last name. Death Valley says, is there anything that creeped you out in any museum besides Shrunken Heads or Fiji? Like the things that creep me out are like dead body parts. Like you go to museum, like medical museums that have like like weird human body parts. Like the Modern Museum is terrifying. Kelsey Sraja, I'm also Czech. Yeah, I should be able to tell by the last name. The thing about us Czechs is our last names are redonkulous. Love Czech food. Honestly, Hate to say it, I don't really know what Czech food is. Toy Addict says that Body World thing really freaks me out. I have never been to one of those, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, it's a body without skin, like turned to plastic. So, pretty crazy. Advent says he used to work at Six Flags as a ride op. It was such a joke to get certified. All teenagers that don't know how to properly operate the ride. I mean, that is true. Six Flags tends to be operated by exclusively by bored teenagers. Uh, would I ever want to work at a haunt or build my own? I would love to build my own. I don't know. I think if I build a haunt, I think I would make it not scary. I would want to make something like, I think I would go more in the direction of like Meow Wolf. Maybe make something like Meow Wolf, but not as less psychedelic. I don't know. Do I have any animatronics? Not any real animatronics, no. Fabian Cornejo. I have been. Ooh, I have been to the Crazy Horse Monument. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Ryan says, correction, they don't allow you to film inside the still house, the Jack Daniels distillery, where they create the whiskey itself. But is there still stuff to film? Because I've thought about going to the Jack Daniels distillery, but the only thing is it's really kind of off by itself. It's not really near anything. So I'd be willing to go there if I could make a half decent video. If there's enough stuff to film. Yeeves MJ80, thank you for the super chat. This is recently discovered your channel. Love it. Grew up 5 minutes from Six Flags in New Jersey. I've not been to the Six Flags in New Jersey. Would you guys like me to go to all the Six Flags? Maybe that could be my goal for next summer, is go to all the Six Flags and all the Cedar Fair parks. Dennis Boss, have I ever been legit scared? I'm legit scared in haunted attractions. Yes, Ryan, that's the one part of the Jack Daniel's story I really did want to film, the safe. The safe that killed Jack Daniels. He was killed by a safe. And no, it was not dropped on his head, because that was my first question too. Definitely want to go to the last Blockbuster. Mad Ass, I have been to Eilish Gardens. John says, remember the Six Flags commercials with the dancing old man? I never really understood that commercial. I never understood how terrifying. He kind of scared me when I was a kid. I'm like, what? Like, what is he? What is he supposed to be? Dennis Balso says the old man was a young female dancer. Is that true? Was it really a woman? I've heard, and I could be wrong, that there's never been No one knows who played the old man. Lucy Tokyo Teddy says, "Do you love Monster Plantation as much as I do?" Monster Plantation, one of my favorite dark rides. Love it. Okay, more than one person are saying the old man was actually a woman. Where I never heard that. How did I never heard that? Did I say how did I never heard that? So stupid. Boxapin, thank you for the super chat. Fave Monster Plantation. Oh my gosh. Oh, so many monsters to choose from. I like the drunk hillbilly monsters. There's the old monster in the overalls with the hose that's like doo, doo, doo. I like the one with the pie stuck in his throat. Oh, and then Dennis Ball. Yes, Monster Mansion is only in Georgia. It's like an anomaly. It is a one and only. SG says Undertaker celebrating 30-year anniversary of Survivor Series. We'll watch. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I'll probably watch. Survivor Series is not my favorite pay-per-view. I really think the SmackDown versus Raw stuff is boring, but I'll probably end up watching it. Ryan, yeah, the big honk at the end of Monster Mansion. That got me the first time. Josh Davis says, "Would you let a fan go to a music park with you?" Well, thank you for the super chat. I mean, I I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful. I've had some scary experiences with people that I've found myself in because I was too trusting. So I do gotta be careful about meeting up with people. Fresno Truthers needs Ferris wheel singer rider tees. Yes, I wanted to put those out. Um, I guess I need to find someone to design them for me. Lucy Tokyo Teddy. No, I never got it. Thank you for the super chat. Never got a chance to ride the Okefenokee ride. Unfortunately, I would have loved um, to have ridden that. Kelsey Straja said I've had bad experience with fan. Yeah, I don't really want to go into it too much because I don't want to give. Yeah, I don't want to give people. I don't want to give people a platform, and I don't want to get into drama either. So, you know, if you have any sort of public presence, you're gonna you need to be careful. Fabian Corno says, "What is your profession or job apart from YouTube?" I don't have a job outside of YouTube. This is my job. Simon Vonderwerf says, "I met you at Casa Bonita last year and you were so cool. I subscribed. Are you coming back to Colorado soon?" I'll probably come back to Denver when they open the Meow Wolf in Denver, which is supposed to be the end of 2021. Kim M says, "Do you have any advice for somebody who wants to start out in YouTube?" Just if you love doing it, do it. Do it for the right reasons. Do it because you love it. And, you know, Don't have these expectations. You never know how things are gonna play out. I did this as a hobby on YouTube because I love doing it. I never thought I would make a dime. Ryan asked, "You really see the air being thinner in Denver?" I don't think that I really noticed. No, Toya, it wasn't. It wasn't Meatball. How's Meatball doing? Why the sideburns? I don't know. They're just there. I was born with them. What do I like better, Twilight Zone or Night Gallery? I don't think I've ever seen Night Gallery, so by default it would have to be Twilight Zone. Someone asked why I call the channel the name it is. I did a video. Go to the video. I think it's called Why Am I Called the Carpetbagger? Becklin, I love Black Mirror. Have I ever cried in a haunted house? I don't think I've ever gotten to the point of actual tears, no. Timothy from the Grievous Gallery. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Box open. Thank you for the super chat. Says, what did you think of Dread Hollow? Where would you rank out of the haunts visit this year? I'm one of the actors. I played Dr. Shaw. Oh, were you the guy that chasing me around with had like the machine on your hand? So really, I love Death Hollow, and everyone was so friendly there. I really liked it. I thought Death Hollow. I thought they incorporated some really interesting things. I loved the alligator attack. That was perfect. And they had a giant pig head, like a boar. And I really loved the the guy in the scuba suit, Thanos hand. Everyone was friendly at Death Hollow. Yeah, Death Hollow, friendliest place in the world. Ryan, yes, I wish I could have been there for the Death Circle challenge. I'd love to meet that lady that does the Gatorland vlog. She seems really fun. The pig's name is Precious. That's right. Actually told me that. Lillian Bradford says, "Hi, I'm Lily. I love watching your videos. Also have ADHD. Still try to live life as much as possible, though people stare at me because I make random remarks and I'm weird. It makes me a bit sad. You know, everyone's unique. Be confident who you are. Don't worry. Don't worry what other people say. Don't worry what bitter, ugly people say about you or think about you. Live your life and be yourself and be happy." I lived first part of my life overly concerned with how people thought about me. And now I just do whatever I want and act however I want, and I'm happier than I've ever been. Skate Axel Twos is asking me back from Orlando. In this timeline, yes. Benji Landis, is it true that hats make you bald? I don't know. I never wore hats until after I was bald. Tony Ayala says, we need you back to the museums, dude. I've been back to museums, haven't I? Yeah, I've been to museums. Shadow Tinger says, Carpetbagger been laid off during these hard times. We're all going through discovered you in the process. Your videos have been a welcome distraction from anxiety. Thanks for that. Well, you're welcome. I'm like I said, it makes me so happy to know that, my videos maybe make someone's day just a little bit happier. There's a paranormal museum in Moundsville, West Virginia. I feel like I knew that, but maybe I need to check that out. Moundsville, West Virginia. How old am I? I turned 40 back in October. Adventures with Ray says, sorry you didn't get the full SeaWorld experience. Rides and shows are only open full time on the weekend. Yeah, I don't want to bash SeaWorld, but I think there was a lot closed down. I don't know. I mean, they may want to think about maybe not operating during the week because I don't know. I don't think they're charging any less. But anyways. Why am I in a bunker? Shouldn't we all be in a bunker? Ryan says SeaWorld laid off most of their employees when the pandemic hit. Well, they need to rehire their employees. Let's give these people a job back. I think that would help everyone. How old was I when I lost my hair? It was a gradual process. I wasn't like writing it down in a journal. Have you been to the World War I museum in Canada? Nope. Leda says, do you not see the questions I'm asking? Nope. Wade D says you try to make videos in an escape room. I've done escape room videos. The only issue is, I think for obvious reasons, escape rooms don't want people to film. And I can kind of get it because you don't want people showing the, escape rooms are all about figuring out the solution. Yeah. Fabian asked to prefer Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings. Never seen Lord of the Rings, so I guess Harry Potter wins by default. Default. Ryan Paints, what's the most intense roller coaster you've ever been on? Probably the Beast. I think that's at Cedar Point. I've tried watching Lord of the Rings twice, and oh man, not for me. What I consider Burning Man? Burning Man would be a fun. Ryan, I've never had an issue with my UPS guy. I don't understand how you would have a problem with a UPS guy. He brings you your packages, you take your packages. What's hard about that? Mark Draskovic says, "Do you like doing live chat?" Yeah, I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it. I have seen Cabin in the Woods. Would you ever do a found footage horror movie? I feel like I'm gonna be like, I feel like my death will be a found footage horror movie. I think that's my most likely likely way of dying, is ending up in a real life horror movie. Do I keep in touch with Boogie? Haven't talked to Boogie in a little bit, but you know, I love Boogie. I'd love to hang out with him some more. Kristen Lee, watching your videos help me escape my crappy life. I'm sure life isn't that crappy. Go to Hawaii and eat spam. I could just skip that, eat spam at home. But you're right. I think Hawaii is the best place to eat spam. Spam on the beach. Any plans for Thanksgiving? Yeah, just got some family plans. Sergio Alvarez, found your videos January right after my mom passed away. They helped me keep such a positive outlook. Well, thank you. Thank you. You know, I do try to make these videos upbeat, positive. There's a lot of yuck in the world. You know, I try to focus on the fun. Try to have a good time wherever I go. Do people just stop talking? Oh, there we go. Nevaeh asks what my favorite type of sandwich. I'll tell you what my favorite type of sandwich is. When you go to New York City, you go to those Jewish delis, and they have corned beef or pastrami that's served hot and carved right in front of you, and it's topped with nothing but mustard, and it is so good. My mouth is watering because I talked about this. Kay says pastrami is the worst? You're nuts. You're nuts. Love corned beef, love pastrami. Rooster Crow Midnight, what was your favorite part about SeaWorld? What was my favorite part about SeaWorld? I know roller coasters were good. They were good roller coasters. Just wish more of them would have been open. Chad O'Tinger says, what camera would you recommend on a budget for someone interested in vlogging? I would say just invest in a good smartphone. Most decent smartphones have a good enough camera to get you started. Dennis Ball says, have you done Rock City, Halloween and Christmas? I've done both. Yeah, they don't try to think. They do Oktoberfest, like a German themed festival for October. I don't know if they did it this year because I've not been to Rock City this year. Actually, and from where I'm sitting right now, I actually have this Rock City like, what is it? What would you call that? Not a ruler, but it like tells you how tall you are. What would you call that? What is that called? Something that tells you how tall you are. You'd think I would know the name of it, but I can't think of what this is called. Somebody say what you would call this. A tallness ruler? Now, I agree. A measuring stick? Growth chart. Okay. Smoky Fox's growth chart. I think that works. Growth chart. Yeah, I think growth chart, or some people are saying heights chart. Is deep fried turkey good? I'm not sure if I've ever had deep fried turkey. What's the tattoo on my arm? That is a boll weevil. And you want to know why I have a boll weevil tattoo on my arm? Look up. Just put a Carpetbagger and boll weevil into YouTube, and I think that should give you the video. What state is the best barbecue? I lean towards Texas. I love all barbecue, but Texas, I think Texas barbecue might be my favorite. What's my favorite souvenir? It's this alligator snow globe. It's an alligator, and in its belly, there's two alligators on a seesaw, and it says Florida, and then there's snow. You know, I really need, like, all my snow globes are, like, running out of water, and I don't know where the water goes. I thought it was trapped in here, but it slowly disappears. Anyone know where the water goes? Don't say evaporation, because I know it's evaporation. But how does the water sneak out? How does the water sneak out of the snow globe? Holes? There's no holes. Shake it. None of the water comes out. Dan on Planet Earth says today is the 50th anniversary of when they blew a dead whale carcass with dynamite. That's a funny story. Friday the 13th tomorrow. Oh, we're all done for. Dennis Ball. No, I haven't had a chance to watch the Disco Yeti yet. No, it's absolutely insane. There was a whale that beached itself, and the local police department was trying to figure out how to get it off the beach because it was huge, and they tried to blow it up, and like it just like shot huge chunks of whale. And yeah, they're literally, you can just watch the video where it literally a chunk of whale crushes this guy's car. Like, oh my gosh. If they ask if there's a state I haven't been to, I've been to the 48 continental United States. So I guess I need to go to Hawaii and Alaska at some point. The unemployed nurses wonder how many people in the United States have ever done that out of the population. Done what? Visited all 48 states or blown up a whale? I don't know. Has anyone else been to the 48 states? Have I ever blown up a whale? Kosher Trek has been to 46. Which one's he missing? Dennis Ball says I've done the coast, so no flyover country for Dennis. Jeremy Allen says, have you been to the smallest mailing post office in West Virginia or the smallest church in 48 states in West Virginia? I've been to places claiming to be the smallest post office. The smallest post office is in, my understanding, it's in Ochope, Florida. And what was the other one? The church. There's the smallest church in Georgia too. Jacob Golf says who would win, Muppets versus Sesame Street? Well, technically, the Sesame Street characters are Muppets, so that's impossible. Melissa says, what's the must do in Orlando and or Tampa besides Disney and Gatorland? Let's see, Orlando. There's tons of stuff to do, right? Why am I having a blank? Gatorland. Oh, we already said that. Universal's cool. Universal's cool. I like Disney better though. There's Old Town in Orlando. I've been there on one occasion. Dinosaur World family theme park. Yeah, there's Dinosaur World, Plant City, not too far from Orlando. It's actually pretty big for bigger than most of the fiberglass dinosaur parks. Rooster Crow Midnight says you should visit Joe Exotics before it's gone. Oh, it's gone already, and I did visit it, but I did visit before it was gone. Lou Rod, the Criminal Museum in Niagara Falls has been gone for a long time. No, they didn't. They didn't bulldoze Joe Exotic Zoo, but they lost their zoo license. They can't show to the public, which is kind of messed up because if they lost their zoo license, then why are they still allowed to have the animals? That doesn't make sense, right? How do you lose your zoo license? By being a crappy zookeeper. Uh, Harper Ebersals, love watching your videos. Are helping me out of my current depression. Glore Psychiatric Museum is my hometown. Favorite museum this year. I think one of the most pleasant surprises this year was the Museum of Clean in Porticello, Idaho. How do you get a zoo license? I don't know. Filling out the appropriate paperwork. Um, you probably got to ask the head zookeeper of your state. Go to the office of the Secretary of Zookeeping. Shadow Tinger says, "Could you trash Zach Bagans because he wouldn't let you film?" Listen, I don't know that much about Zach Bagans. I don't watch his TV show, but I can't badmouth the attraction because the attraction's awesome. When am I going to be in a wrestling match again? I don't know. Ryan says you get a zoo license by talking to the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. There you go. That's a real answer. Have I been to any other countries other than Canada? Mexico. Would I stay in the potato again to see the cow? I would love to stay in the potato again. But here's the thing. Potato is expensive. I did not make any money off that video. Let's just say that. Dan Planner says, but you slept in a potato. Exactly. Sleeping in a potato is its own reward. How much money do I spend on gas? A lot. The cow with the world's largest potato was super pleasant. A lot of people got sketched out about the potato not having windows. I thought it was kind of nice. No, Carol Baskin Zoo doesn't allow visitors anymore. Ever since the documentary came out, they got rid of tours. Would I ever consider going to Japan? Maybe someday. I don't know. Do people want to see me go to other countries? I'm not sure. I know they have some cool amusement parks in the UK that I'd love to see. Crispy KFC says the African village you went to wasn't really sovereign, wasn't it? You were just humoring them. I don't know that it's not sovereign. I didn't ask to see their papers. Wildman Zach, thank you for the super chat. Says, what haunted attraction have you always wanted to go but haven't yet? I figure they must be really good. Field of Screams in Pennsylvania gets mentioned a lot, and Dent Schoolhouse in Ohio gets mentioned a lot. So I think next year I'm gonna try to see if either one will let me film. They might both say no. So and then there's one that's I don't know infamous is the haunted hoochie in Ohio. I think it's known for being the most like over the top, not like McCamey Manor type over the top, but just like content wise. Melissa's with the Field of Screams is here horrible. That's interesting. I've never heard a bad thing about it. I have been to Woolly Mammoth in Chicago. Ryan has around 100,000K championship belt. Is it somewhere around here? I need to. I'm trying to I'm going to remodel, not remodel, revamp or touch up the bunker. Littleton family, thank you for the super chat. It says hello, I'm a big fan. I collect props from Spirit Halloween, other places too. You have inspired me. Well, thank you. Melissa, you did a whole video on Field of Screens and you didn't like it? What was wrong with it? Hello, Laura. Hope you're doing well. Ryan, I lost Jane the belt, unfortunately. The haunted hoochie is a Nazi? Well, I don't want to. I don't want to endorse a Nazi. I hate Nazis. I hope that's not. Is that okay to say now? I hate Nazis. Dennis Ball. When's the cat? House Cat Museum. It's kind of on hold right now. Harold is in his 80s. The owner of the House Cat Museum, and he doesn't want to take any risks with the virus, so he's holding off. Just holding off for now until he feels better about opening it. Exo Frankie, thank you for the super chat. Any predictions for the Oscars? No, I don't follow the Oscars. Whose chops hurt the most? The freaking Eric Draven's chops. I haven't taken chops from many people. Chet Ripley throws a good chop that doesn't hurt. I could say that. Have I been to Beyond the Lens yet? Yes. I've been to it. There's an article with the owner having swastika Saturdays. Well, I'm not going to go. Yeah, if it's a Nazi thing, I'm not going to go to it. Can we decide that hating Nazis is okay? Could you be paid enough to take chop from the big show? I would be literally afraid that would stop my heart. Would I ever go back to Knoebels? Yes. No, people saying that Hanaguchi is a Nazi. There's a Nazi association there. I don't know. I mean, people, I don't know. I can't say that for certain. I'm not gonna accuse someone of being a Nazi without having all the information. It's a very serious allegation. Let's see. Archives of Greatness says, have you ever had any strange encounters with people while traveling? I mean, yeah. I mean, people are weird. Trying to think of anything specific, but yeah, I mean, it's America, right? There's a lot of weird people out there. Melissa asks, do you have a list of places in each state you go to, or do you just kind of go with the flow? Kind of have like kind of a log in my brain about where I want to go. Thanks for coming by, Ryan. See you later. Tyler Forgery. I have a video on the stick maze in Chattanooga. Should do Nazi hunting? Okay. Just kill some Nazis while I'm out and about. Girly Gamer says, does your daughter not like traveling or just not like being on camera? I mean, she's a 16-year-old girl. She likes doing 16-year-old girl things. Arlie, thank you for the super chats. My daughters love all your videos. Will you please say hi to them? Their names are Kristen and Nevaeh. Hello, Kristen and Nevaeh. Hope you are doing well. Marcus Lee Jr. Yes, I know the Denver airport's shaped like a swastika. And there's lizard people and there's reptilians living underneath it. It's true. Tony says I don't know. So yeah, the horse statue. There's a giant demonic statue of a horse in front of the Denver airport, and it actually fell over and killed the artist that made it. I think they call it Blucifer. Favorite brand of water? I'm not too picky. Not too picky on water. What's my favorite part of Knoebels? Love the Haunted Mansion. My next planned body modification. I don't know. I may get some more tattoos at some point. I just gotta make up my mind exactly. I have some ideas on what I want to get, but I need to like make up a solid plan. Get a C-Rex City board. I actually like that idea. Ever been to the Munster Mansion in Waxahachie, Texas? I thought the Munsters was filmed on the Universal backlot. What time is it? It's about 11:20. Roadside trail detail. Does your wife ever threaten to throw away your collection of bunk shirt? No. I mean, she wouldn't throw away my stuff. I wouldn't throw anything of hers that she cared about. Kelsey Sraj, as long as we were sat for tattoos, a little over 3 hours. I did this. This one right here took. It was two 4-hour sessions. Was this one? Ever been to Bushkill Park? Bushkill Park's not open. It's kind of abandoned. It was a little expensive. But, if you're paying to put something permanently on your body, maybe it should be a little expensive. You only get one body. Well, I know Bushkill Park was not open this year. I can tell you that. And then I think it flooded real bad this year too. I get a face tattoo? I wouldn't probably not get a face tattoo. Evan Hawkins says don't get a budget tattoo. Yeah, it's good advice. If you can't afford the tattoo you want, don't just get one that you can afford. Joy Blessed Life. Thank you for the super chat. It's nice meeting and chatting with you and Will Yankee of the South at Chili Cook-Off tonight. My favorite was the Fritos chili. Yes, stay tuned. Video coming soon. But thank you for the super chat. Rooster Crow Midnight says, if someone paid for your tattoo to choose for you, would you let them? I mean, like, let someone just pay for a tattoo on my body? No, I would not allow that. And if asked, whatever, do a meet and greet after COVID? Yeah, after COVID. I'm not going to do it until things are back to a more normal level. From what I heard, you know, I don't want to talk about this too much because it gets people down. You know, COVID rates are really bad right now, really high all over the country. But the good news is that the vaccine, I think the vaccine that Pfizer was working on is, they said it was 90%, it was 90% effective. And they're looking at having it out for frontline workers in December. And then in April, they're saying that it may be available to everyone. So that's good news, right? $263 people in here. Literally no one is going to respond to that. Only the upper echelon will receive the vaccine. Well, no. They're saying that the vaccine will be rolled out to frontline workers in December, possibly. And then by April, it'll be available to anyone. Mr. Chicanery says, what's a Christmas maze? A Christmas maze? Like a haunted house? My mom, I'd get the vaccine. Yeah, I would get the vaccine. Unknown UVT says, but did my daughter take a road test? She didn't have to because of COVID. Virginia says, do you trust the vaccine? I trust it more than I trust COVID. That's for sure. She had to pass a written test, and she had to have a log of her driving hours. Rooster Crow Band-Aid, hopefully you're joking. Does it take the red pill? Is that the which pill is the woman hater pill? Ever been on a cruise? No. Red or blue? I forget which pill is red and which one is blue? Blue pill? What's the one? What's the one that says you hate women? Matrix wise? Yeah, Mr. Chicanery. What's the Matrix? What do the pills do in the Matrix? What is the red pill? What's the one that makes him see the truth? And the blue pill is the one that makes him. They all said the vaccine to be free. Well, that's cool. Enough to have. So the red pill is the see the truth pill. No, I am fortunate enough to have health insurance, so we'll definitely get the vaccine when it comes out. I will. Blue pill is false reality. My favorite place to visit, New Orleans. There's a lot of cool places, New Orleans, like the Voodoo Museum. What can I say about the vaccine? Just what I've heard on the news. That supposedly it's coming out next month. By April, it should be available to everybody. And apparently it's 90% effective, which is remarkable. Dead Boy, thanks for the super chat. It says go to Peterson Automotive Museum. Where's that at? Yeah, anything that gets us back to normal, I'm willing to take it. I will let them give me the vaccine in my eyeball if that would help. Hank says, "Have you ever heard of the oldest bar in New Orleans?" Yeah, it's the Absinthe House, I think. Kristen Lee, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. I'm more of a Bret Hart fan. Nathan Roberts says, "Did you answer my question? Do you believe in Jesus?" Earlier, someone asked me a political question, and I didn't answer it because those are really the two things that you just kind of leave alone. Religion and politics. Mr. Canery says, Doink the Clown or Eugene. I would definitely go with Doink the Clown. Original, heel, evil Doink the Clown is literally one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Probably top 5 is Evil Doink. Denise Conway has meanings behind the tattoo. For the meaning behind the it's kind of a long story, but like the boll weevil, go look up the video I did in Enterprise, Alabama, on the boll weevil monument. And then this one here is just it's all the different cryptids and monsters, other stuff from my travels. There's Zoltar, Robert the Doll. Do I believe that Jesus can make a vaccine? I don't think that's don't think that's what Jesus does. Did it hurt? No, but like the part that hurt, like the top of Mothman's wings kind of stung. But I don't know. I think I kind of like the feeling of getting a tattoo. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about my personal religious beliefs. And I'm going to respect everyone's religious beliefs. Tunny says, I don't know, says we're allowed to have tattoos working in the CPS. Yes. Yes. People that work CPS have tattoos. It's not an issue. I didn't have them. I didn't have any tattoos when I worked CPS, though. Do I think we'll get back to normalcy? I think we'll get close. Trey says, I want to get us. How do you know that it's a skinwalker? Dead Boy says, it is in Los Angeles. It has a time. It is DeLorean time machine. Well, thank you for the super chat. Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles. Well, when I get back to Los Angeles, Los Angeles. No, tattoos are fun. Oregon. Amy says I've gained 29 pounds since COVID. I've gained some weight since COVID. Trying to eat a little better now, but yeah, when you're stuck in the house and you have nowhere to go, you have a tendency to just eat and eat and eat. It's Bubba here. Says, "What is your hobby besides going to museums and places like that?" No, that's pretty much it. Yeah, my hobby became my job. I don't have any other real hobbies. Have I? No, have not been there yet. Tunny says, I don't know. Says, would you go to a furry convention? Have a possum for? I would. I would maybe go to a furry convention. I definitely would not wear a suit. I don't know if maybe they wouldn't let me in, and I don't know, but like, I can't deal with that. I can't deal with being sealed inside of a giant possum. That would be. Whew. All right. I'm me. Oh, Bob. I'm asking you. Please do not. Let's not. We're not talking about religion in here. This is a space for everyone. So please stop talking about it. Oh, is the stream not doing? Oh, now this one's in the bag.